Just for your reference, when I'm speaking of the English teams, I won't be mentioning soccer. I'll be saying football, not to confuse with the American football. But throughout the world, soccer is called football. So in reference to England, I will be calling it football. Um, I became interested in English Premier League when the Fox Soccer Channel began broadcasting, and I added them to my cable channels, and they were. Uh, Before then, I had no exposure at all, other than I knew David Beckham and Michael Owen. Um, David Beckham, of course, was at Manchester United throughout the 90s, and I had heard of that. Of course, everybody had heard of Manchester United, but I had also heard of Michael Owen, who was at Liverpool at the time. Uh, Before then, again, there was no exposure in America here. So that's really with the Fox Soccer Channel, it's when I became interested in English Premier League, as well as the national team for England, which of course consists of many of the Premier League players. Do I have any favorite clubs in this league? Well, yeah, being an American, I kind of have. It's not so much cheating, but it's kind of taking a liberty with supporting multiple teams. Um, I don't like the big teams. I don't like Manchester United or Chelsea or Arsenal. They're always on top, and that they just it drives me nuts. So I like kind of the smaller clubs, or not so small clubs. Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham is a location in North London, as is Arsenal, and I've really been keen to follow them and very interested, and they've got a good team. I also like Liverpool. Liverpool's got a heck of a team. Um, they usually finish in the top four. They're considered one of the top four clubs in England, but they've been struggling recently, but I still like them. In the Championship League, which is the league below the Premier League, I follow the Wolverhampton Wolves, and you can see I have behind me a scarf that's WWFC, Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club. And so I follow them. And then in the league below them, I follow Cheltenham Robins. And they just survived relegation, which is to say they didn't get demoted to the league below them. And that's how football in the world works. You have multiple leagues and you go on a point system, sort of like the National Hockey League. And but if you fail to get enough points and be high enough in the standings, you get demoted or relegated to a league below you, so almost to a minor league system, which I find incredibly interesting. And really, that's how I think our baseball and even American football should operate. It makes it interesting in that respect.